Hey there, cheeseheads and curd nerds. Welcome back to BuzzList, where we explore the wacky, wonderful world of food history. We're talking about the gooey, the melty, the stinky, the divine cheese in all its glory. From its humble beginnings to its current status as a culinary superstar, we're uncovering the secrets behind this beloved food. We're talking thousands of years of history, folks. Think ancient civilizations, intrepid explorers, and even a few monks with a passion for fromage. We'll uncover the hows, the whys, and the what the ways of cheesemaking. Stay tuned, because things are about to get great. Our cheesy adventure begins around 8000 BCE in Mesopotamia. Imagine this. You're a shepherd tending to your flock in the scorching desert heat. You've got milk, you've got animal stomachs for storing stuff. Boom. Cheese is born probably by accident. This early cheese, likely a rudimentary form of yogurt or sour milk cheese, wasn't exactly the cheddar we know today. But hey, it was a start. Word of this strange, wonderful foodstuff spread faster than a wheel of brie on a hot summer day. Now fast forward a few thousand years, cheesemaking wasn't just about survival anymore, it was becoming an art form. The ancient Greeks, those lovers of all things delicious, were particularly fond of cheese. They experimented with different milk sources, from sheep and goats to cows, creating a variety of cheeses. The Romans, never ones to be outdone, embraced cheesemaking with gusto. They built dedicated cheese factories, wrote poems praising cheese, and even used it as currency. As the Roman Empire expanded, so did its love of cheese. Roman legions marched across Europe, bringing with them their cheese-making traditions. From the sunny shores of Italy to the rolling hills of Gaul, that's France, folks, cheese found new fans and new flavors. In the cooler climates of Northern Europe, cheese-making took on a whole new dimension. The Celts, known for their dairy prowess, developed their own unique cheeses like cheddar and Cheshire. As trade routes flourished, cheese hit the road, traveling east along the Silk Road to Asia. By the Middle Ages, cheese was firmly entrenched in European culture. It was a staple food for peasants and nobles alike, providing essential nutrients and a welcome source of flavor. But it was in the monasteries where cheese-making truly flourished. Monks, with their dedication to hard work and experimentation, became master cheesemakers. From the creamy brie de meaux to the pungent roquefort, monastic cheesemaking traditions shaped the culinary landscape of Europe. Now, the Middle Ages weren't exactly known for their culinary extravagance. For the common folk, cheese was a lifeline. It was a valuable source of protein and calcium, especially during the lean winter months. Cheese also graced the tables of lords and ladies, albeit in more refined forms. The bigger the cheese wheel, the more impressive the feast. Fasting was a big deal back then, and cheese, being a dairy product, was often allowed when meat was forbidden. Now, who do you think were the real cheese heroes of the Middle Ages? Monks in humble robes. Monasteries were like the research labs of their time. They experimented with different types of rennet and discovered the magic of aging. They embraced the power of mold, leading to the creation of iconic blue cheeses like Roquefort and Gorgonzola. As cheese-making techniques evolved, so did the variety of cheeses. In France, cheesemaking reached new heights of sophistication. The French developed regional specialties, each with its own unique character and flavor profile. And let's not forget the Italians, who perfected the art of mozzarella and parmesan. These weren't just foods, they were culinary masterpieces. Now, you can't keep a good cheese down. As trade routes expanded during the Middle Ages, so did the reach of cheese. Cheese became a hot commodity, traded across mountains, rivers, and even seas. Cheese merchants brought exotic cheeses back to eager consumers in Europe. This exchange of cheese wasn't just about commerce, it was also about cultural exchange. By the end of the Middle Ages, cheese had become an integral part of European life. There was a cheese for every occasion, from simple everyday meals to lavish banquets. Farmers' markets overflowed with local cheeses, each village boasting its own specialty. Cheese shops popped up in towns and cities offering a dizzying array of choices. Cheese became a source of local pride, a way to showcase the bounty of the land and the skill of its cheesemakers. Ahoy, cheese lovers! As we set sail into the 16th century, the world is about to get a whole lot cheesier. European explorers set sail with their ships laden with wheels of Gouda, Edam, and cheddar. The New World, with its fertile pastures and abundance of milk-producing animals, was prime cheese-making territory. Spanish conquistadors brought their love of manchego to Mexico, while English settlers introduced cheddar to New England. Cheese became big business. Now here's where things get really interesting. As cheese traveled the world, it adapted to local tastes and ingredients, resulting in a delicious fusion of culinary traditions. In South America, Spanish cheese-making techniques blended with indigenous ingredients, giving rise to unique cheeses like queso Oaxaca. In India, paneer became a staple ingredient in curries, adding a creamy richness to spicy flavors. And in the Philippines, queso de bola became a beloved holiday tradition. Meanwhile, back in the New World, cheese was making a name for itself. American colonists embraced cheesemaking with gusto, using milk from their own cows to craft their own versions of European classics. Cheddar, Colby, and Monterey Jack emerged as American originals, each with its own distinct character and flavor profile. The Midwest became the heartland of American cheese production. Processed cheese became a ubiquitous part of the American diet. Hold on to your cheese knives, folks, because the 19th century brought about a seismic shift in the world of cheese. The Industrial Revolution transformed cheesemaking from an artisanal craft into a global industry. Factories replaced farmsteads as the primary source of cheese production. New technologies like pasteurization and mechanization allowed for the production of cheese on an unprecedented scale. Amidst this sea of mass-produced cheese, artisanal cheesemakers continued to handcraft their cheeses using time-honored methods. And so we arrive at the 20th and 21st centuries, a time when cheese has truly gone global. Globalization has led to an explosion of cheese varieties available to consumers worldwide. We can now savor a creamy camembert from France, a tangy feta from Greece, or a pungent gorgonzola from Italy, all in a single cheese board. Cheesemakers around the world are pushing the boundaries of cheesemaking, experimenting with new flavors, textures, and techniques. From its humble beginnings as a happy accident to its current status as a global culinary superstar, cheese has come a long way. Hold on to your milk pails, cheese fans, because the 20th century brought about a whole new era in cheesemaking. Factories popped up, churning out cheese on a scale never seen before. Machines took over many of the tasks once done by hand, from stirring those giant vats of milk to cutting and packaging the finished cheese. Pasteurization revolutionized food safety and made cheese less perishable. Amidst this mass production, artisanal cheesemakers continued to handcraft their cheeses using time-honored methods. Now let's talk about a cheese innovation that took the world by storm: processed cheese. Yes, that gooey, shelf-stable wonder that comes individually wrapped and melts like a dream. Love it or hate it, processed cheese was a game-changer. Invented in the early 1900s, processed cheese was initially praised for its convenience and affordability. It quickly became a pantry staple, perfect for sandwiches, snacks, and even those cheesy sauces we all secretly love. And let's not forget its impact on popular culture. Processed cheese became synonymous with American cuisine, finding its way onto everything from hamburgers to macaroni and cheese. It was the cheese of the people. Of course, processed cheese has had its share of controversy over the years, with some questioning its nutritional value and cheesiness. But hey, there's no denying its enduring appeal. Processed cheese is here to stay, folks. But amidst the rise of mass-produced and processed cheese, a quiet revolution was brewing. Artisanal cheesemakers, those passionate defenders of tradition and flavor, refused to let their craft fade away. They were the cheese rebels, fighting for flavor. Small-scale cheesemakers, often family-run operations, continued to produce cheese using traditional methods, emphasizing quality over quantity. They embraced local ingredients, experimented with unique aging techniques, and weren't afraid to get creative with flavors. And guess what? People noticed. Consumers, tired of bland, mass-produced cheese, began to seek out these artisanal gems. Farmers markets and specialty cheese shops became havens for cheese lovers, offering a dizzying array of flavors, textures, and aromas. The artisanal cheese movement was more than just a food trend. It was a celebration of diversity, sustainability, and the artistry of cheesemaking. It was a reminder that cheese at its best is a labor of love, a testament to the connection between humans, animals, and the land. And so we arrive at the present day, a time when cheese has never been more celebrated. We're living in a cheesetopia, folks. From the humblest cheddar to the most pungent blue cheese, there's a cheese out there for everyone, no matter your taste or budget. Globalization and the internet have made it easier than ever to explore the world of cheese. We can now sample cheeses from every corner of the globe, from the creamy Brie de Meaux of France to the tangy Manchego of Spain, all without leaving our homes. Cheese festivals and events draw huge crowds, celebrating the artistry and deliciousness of cheese. Celebrity chefs showcase cheese in innovative dishes, while cheese sommeliers guide us through tastings, helping us appreciate the nuances of flavor and aroma. Cheese has become more than just a food. It's an experience, a cultural touchstone, and a source of endless fascination. So go forth, cheese lovers, and explore the wonderful world of cheese. All right, cheeseheads, buckle up because we're about to get scientific. We've journeyed through history, explored cultures, but now it's time to uncover the secret science behind everyone's favorite dairy delight. Don't worry, it's easier to digest than a 4-cheese pizza. First up, the star of the show, milk. Whether it's from a cow, goat, sheep, or even a water buffalo, milk is the foundation of all cheese. It's a complex cocktail of proteins, fats, sugars, and water, just waiting to be transformed. Now imagine these milk components like tiny building blocks. Cheesemaking is all about rearranging these blocks in different ways to create a vast array of textures and flavors. It's like culinary alchemy, turning humble milk into golden deliciousness. But how does this magical transformation happen? Well, it all starts with a little help from our microscopic friends, bacteria. These tiny organisms play a huge role in cheesemaking, converting milk sugar, lactose, into lactic acid, which gives cheese its tangy flavor and helps preserve it. So we've got our tangy milk, thanks to those hard-working bacteria, but how do we turn this liquid into something solid and sliceable? Enter rennet, the unsung hero of cheesemaking. Rennet is an enzyme, traditionally sourced from the stomach lining of calves. Don't worry, vegetarian options exist too, that works its magic by coagulating milk proteins. Think of it like a culinary glue, binding those tiny milk-building blocks together to form curds. Once the rennet is added, the milk begins to separate into solid curds and liquid whey. The cheesemaker then gets to work, cutting, stirring, and heating the curds to control moisture levels and texture. It's a delicate dance of science and skill. The size of the curds determines the final cheese's texture. Small curds mean a firmer cheese, like cheddar, while large curds result in a softer, more spreadable cheese, like brie. It's all about finding that perfect balance. Now here's where things get really interesting. While some cheeses are enjoyed fresh, like mozzarella or ricotta, many undergo a period of aging, where time, temperature, and humidity work their transformative magic. Think of a cheese cave as a cheese spa, where those wheels of goodness relax, mature, and develop complex flavors. During aging, enzymes and microorganisms continue to break down proteins and fats, creating those nuanced aromas and textures we associate with aged cheeses. The length of aging varies depending on the cheese. Some cheeses, like cheddar, can be aged for months or even years, developing sharp, nutty flavors. Others, like brie, are best enjoyed after a few weeks when their creamy texture and bloomy rind are at their peak. And let's not forget about those funky blue cheeses. These beauties are intentionally introduced to mold spores during aging, which create those characteristic blue veins and pungent aromas. It's not for the faint of heart, but for adventurous palates, blue cheese is a revelation. So, there you have it, the science behind cheese making, a fascinating blend of biology, chemistry, and good old-fashioned know-how. But cheese is more than just a science experiment, it's a culinary art form, a symphony of flavors waiting to be explored. The taste of cheese is influenced by a myriad of factors, from the breed of animal to the pasture they grazed on, to the cheesemaker's unique techniques. It's this incredible diversity that makes the world of cheese so exciting. So the next time you savor a slice of cheddar, a dollop of brie, or a crumble of blue cheese, take a moment to appreciate the science and artistry behind it. It's a testament to human ingenuity, a delicious reminder that even the simplest ingredients can be transformed into something truly extraordinary. Whew, we've covered a lot of ground today, from ancient Mesopotamian shepherds to modern-day cheese revolutionaries. Who knew that cheese, that humble food we often take for granted, had such a long and fascinating history? We've seen how cheese evolved from a simple means of preserving milk into a culinary icon, inspiring countless cultures and captivating taste buds across the globe. From the creamy brie of France to the tangy cheddar of England, from the pungent gorgonzola of Italy to the fresh paneer of India, cheese has woven itself into the very fabric of our culinary heritage. But the story of cheese isn't just about what we eat, it's about who we are. It's a testament to human ingenuity, our ability to transform simple ingredients into something truly extraordinary. It's a reminder of the interconnectedness of cultures, how food can bridge continents and centuries. So, the next time you reach for a slice of your favorite cheese, take a moment to savor its history, its complexity, its sheer deliciousness. Because cheese, my friends, is more than just a food, it's a story, a journey, a celebration of life itself. Cheese, let's face it, is the ultimate social butterfly of the food world. It brings people together, sparks conversations, and adds a touch of indulgence to any occasion. Think about it. When's the last time you had a bad time while enjoying a cheese board with friends? It's a universal language, spoken in creamy textures, pungent aromas, and unforgettable flavors. Whether you're sharing a simple plate of cheese and crackers or indulging in a multi-course cheese tasting, cheese has a way of creating connections and fostering a sense of community. And let's not forget the cultural significance of cheese. It's a source of local pride, a way for communities to showcase their unique traditions and terroir. From the rolling hills of Vermont to the bustling markets of Paris, cheese is a testament to the connection between people, animals, and the land. So next time you're looking for a way to connect with others, look no further than your local cheese shop. Pick up a few new varieties, invite some friends over, and let the cheese do its magic. You might just be surprised at the conversations, the laughter, and the memories that unfold over a shared love of all things cheesy. As we've learned, the world of cheese is vast, diverse, and constantly evolving. New cheese-making techniques are emerging, flavor profiles are being pushed, and artisan cheesemakers are constantly innovating, ensuring that the future of cheese is as bright and delicious as its past. So don't be afraid to be adventurous. Step outside your comfort zone and explore the world of cheese with an open mind and an empty stomach. Try that stinky blue cheese you've been eyeing, sample a local artisan cheddar, or even embark on a cheese-tasting adventure around the globe. Remember, there's a cheese out there for everyone, no matter your taste or budget. So keep on cheesing, my friends, and never stop exploring the wonderful world of cheese. Who knows what cheesy delights await you just around the corner? And that, my friends, brings our Cheesy Chronicle to a close. We hope you've enjoyed this journey through the fascinating world of cheese. from its humble beginnings to its current status as a culinary superstar. But before we sign off, we want to hear from you. What's your favorite type of cheese? Have you tried any new cheeses lately? Share your cheesy stories, thoughts, and recommendations in the comments below. And don't forget to like this video and subscribe to BuzzList for more fun, informative, and always delicious food adventures. Until next time, keep on cheesing.